What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Thank you guys for hanging out. Well, that burger must be good. God dog it. Anyway, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Hey, look, today of all days, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. The prayers that have been thrown my way because I've been ill. I felt them. I felt them all right. So instead of having guests on here today, I decided that this Dope Living TV team, we're gonna give out some keys today, man. We're gonna give out some gems. We're gonna tell parts of our journeys. We're gonna just inspire everybody to do what they want to do as far as their dream, their I'm not gonna say goals, their objectives that will lead to their goals. We want to talk to you guys and make sure that everybody's on the right page. Again, I ain't life coach Jeff, okay? I can't tell you nothing that's going to make the difference in your life, all right? I can only tell you the things that I've gone through and the things that worked for me, the people that have been in my corner and told me things, the people that have not been in my corner that made me even stronger. I'm quite sure that there's stories that my team has as well. So let's get this started. I'm going to wait. Hold on. All right. Let's get Marcelo here right quick. What's up, Marcelo?
Hey, you missed me? Did you miss me? I know you're going to say no, but you did. So I'm glad to see that you're back.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. It's been really, really, really rough. I'm telling you. There was a moment where I get up, take 3 steps. I couldn't even walk. So to be here right now is a true blessing. And I want to pour into the people today. Most
okay.
Definitely.
Amen.
Yes.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, Jeff, life coach.
Man, brother thought he was going to be pulled in another direction today, but they said no, thank you.
I had it all loaded, man, and I was saying, when should I break in? I don't know.
Now you watched the whole thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I did. So you was talking about them keys. I want to drop something.
Yeah, you can drop them. You can drop live now, so it's all good.
Yep.
So we wanted to talk, and I talked briefly. We all have spoken about our journeys. We've all talked about things that we've gone through, tragedies that have been in our lives, and things that have molded us to be the people that we are today. A lot of people, and I want to start right off the bat, man, and mention a lady who has, at some points, and Jeff and Marcelo, you all can chime in anytime, break in, cut me off, do whatever. Okay, I don't care. Today, we all just gonna pour in as much as we can. Period. Okay. There's a moment where you grow these brands, you grab these brands and you put them out there and this and that, and you have to speak on them, right? Your brand has to speak for itself and show and let other people give you the props that you've built up. You know what I'm saying? Karen Turing, she's over the Gary, Indiana Black Film Festival. We had the brand, and this was Dope Living, not the 925 brand, and we talk about that later too. Had the Dope Living brand was going on. Karen saw Karen, and we reached out to her, and then she reached back and said, "Hey, man, look, we'd love to work with you." She had me tasked me with an opportunity to do a primer for Black Panther.
Really?
I did that primer. It was, you know,
Okay.
I interviewed people in the city, barber shops, went to beauty shops. I went to every place and got a little primer, and it was well received. And, you know, thanks to Karen, you know, she kind of boosted me trying to do this film thing because she is on Film Festival. So shout out to Karen Torrin. You're such a beautiful person, okay? And I continue to help the city to culturally become something, you know. But, you know, that's a part of it, man. You got to know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Takesha Howard, this lady right here, man, she's been down from day one as well, man. She's a radio executive. She's helped a lot of people. There was a moment where her and I were working with a guy, and this guy was just the ego. You know, you can't have an ego. You can have a persona, but you can't have an ego. We've had a couple of people that's completely different from what you see on this show or what they are out there.
That's true.
Shining examples, okay? But you know, let's. I want to take some words, and I want you guys to talk about these words, okay? Let's start off with the word perseverance. We talked about that earlier, Jeff. Perseverance. What is that to you, man?
Yeah, perseverance is really whatever is coming your way. It's you having that willpower to keep going, to keep. You know what I mean? And for a lot of people, man, it's very hard for them to persevere. But you got to look at. For me, I have to look at my end goal. You know, for instance, I'm gonna say this briefly, real quick. Like, remember how I expressed to y'all, like I wanted to stop. You know, I wanted to quit because I was like, man, I see people telling me they see value in me. You know what I mean? But you know, you see your direct circle telling you it's a gift inside of you and everything. But it hit me on Sunday when I was at church. And when I went to church, this lady, after I went to go support Nicole, she was on the podcast. And she was a very powerful preacher. She did her thing, man. So shout out to her. But I went there and this woman tapped me on the shoulder and she said, "You don't know me, but I want to let you know that I follow you on Facebook." And she said, "You know, I keep doing what you're doing because the inspiration that you're giving out, the tips and the tidbits, is helping me a lot." That right there is why you should persevere through anything that you are trying to do. Because people are watching your inspiration.
And that's so true, okay? Because you never know who's watching. And you never know who you're touching. Okay, go ahead, Marcella.
Yeah, and you know, and like pretty much the definition of perseverance is getting up even though you're falling, still going forward. Not looking back, but like using your stumbling blocks as steps to rise and go forward. I'm with Jeff. There were times when I'm like, you know what, I'm really not doing anything. I just retired. I'm just sitting around. I'm not doing anything. And I had a good friend that totally went off on me. She was like, "You're constantly mentoring youth." You know, I said, "Well, I'm just volunteering for Red Cross." She said, "How many people have thanked you? They've lost everything in a fire. And here you are delivering money, delivering blankets, delivering toiletries, words of wisdom and words of hope, and giving referrals out to different things." I'm like, well, yeah. But then, and she just started naming off things. And, you know, because I was at one point just like, you know what, I'm just going to sit back. I'm just, you know, I'm tired. I'm just not going to do anything. And she's like, then she talked about, and you guys know, I lost my son in 2012.
Absolutely.
And I've been trying to figure out what are some of the things that I can do to honor him. And I had someone come to me to ask, can I tell my story? And I've gone to Indianapolis to talk to legislators. I was at the Gary City Council, and they just passed a $1.5 million appropriation for funds for mental health crisis teams. And, you know, so I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And again, I was like, I'm just tired and I want to give up. But I kept going because it's not really about you. It's about others that are around you.
That's a key
point. What you can do for others. And I've always been a giver, and it might not always be money, but it's of my time. It's words of wisdom, a hug, a smile, you know, whatever you can do. So perseverance and persevering to me is keeping on even when you want to stop, even when you're tired, but to keep moving forward regardless.
And see, that's a key point. So you know, and you can't do any of that if you don't have self-worth. Okay. And you know, I always think this the self-worth. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent.
I was gonna say, unless you allow it.
That's right.
You give people that power to make you feel less than what you know that you are. You know, you as much as anybody else in this world deserve your love and your affection. Okay. And it's vital to your happiness. You don't feel good about yourself. It's hard not to feel good. It's hard to feel good about anything else if you don't feel good about yourself. Okay. And I was taught this a long time ago. I've always been arrogant. I'm not gonna lie, I was arrogant, but it's one thing to be arrogant. Arrogance is not self-worth. Yeah, you know me, Marcy. Arrogance is not self-worth. It's not the self-worth. Okay, that's the worst. Okay, everybody say what's up to
hey Gina.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yes, you're back. What's up, Coach? Hey, I'm glad you're feeling better, bro.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, man. God is good, man, for real. You know,
amen. All the time, and all the time, God is good.
I was praying for you.
I appreciate that. Keisha, yes, we did. I wish he didn't allow his ego to take over. She remembers the guy that we were dealing with. I don't deal with egos. You know, I got a big enough ego. Okay, well, I had a big enough ego, but I don't deal with egos.
You're changing a lot.
It's
ridiculous. You've changed.
You guys have helped me change. Thank you, Tanisha. Appreciate it. You guys have helped me change. I believe me, you guys have helped me. Y'all know, Marcy, you probably know me longer than anybody on here. You know how I was, especially after, and I was talking to someone, and shout out to Angie, too blessed, you know, condolences on the loss of your father. But when I got to this level, I call it the famous. So when I got to be famous, okay,
celebrity status.
I was I was different, okay. But you know what? You got to be humble with this. You have to be humble with it because just as much as it's come to you, it can be taken away in a minute. Okay,
come on.
That's it.
And I'm gonna tell you this, and I hope we all are gonna be transparent tonight. Okay, I've shown this picture of me with the dance crew, and that's how everything started right in that room, right? Okay, and you see, I'm dressed up, suited and booted, right? After I left that show, man, I went to go sleep outside. I had nothing. I had into that show, and after that show, let everybody get home, and I'm walking my black ass to a place where I'm unsafe. Could I have asked people to help me? Could I have said, "Hey, man, let me sleep with you"? Could I went to mom and dad and said, "Hey, let me sleep"? You know, what's going on? Yes, I could have, but my pride wouldn't let me. Number one, and number two, I felt that if I'm going to succeed, I got to do these things myself. I got to take these bumps. I got to take that leap of faith. Gina, talk about a leap of faith.
Man, I done took so many leaps. I feel like a frog. But you know what? Sometimes God will push you out there because you're afraid to make that move. And it's a move that you need to make for your life to change. I know that I was in a dark space at one point in my life. I had been in a relationship for 17 years, childhood sweetheart, and things just went topsy-turvy. And it, you know, I can't even remember those times in my life. You know, I think when you go through something negative, your mind just blocks it out so you can deal with it. And that's what happened with me. I just blocked it out. Hey, Takesha. And I didn't know which direction. I felt like I was at a fork in the road. And I took the wrong road back then. I took the wrong road. I started partying. Man, they knew me and my girl by name in the clubs. We were out every weekend, zero below degrees, and we would be the only two in the club, but we were going every weekend.
Wow.
You know, and that was one. My sister laughed at me because she was like, "That wasn't even you."
Wow.
She was like, "I don't know what you was doing." But you know what? I think I had to go through those things. I know I had to go through those things to know what was really good for me and to know which direction I really needed to go in. And that pivoted me into being more of a caring person, And when you go through that, you learn ways to not be there again.
Yep.
You
Yes.
learn ways to not be at that place again. And you know, when you do that, you make better decisions because you don't want it to be a repeat. You know,
Yep.
I almost lost my house. I almost
Mm.
lost my house. I lost everything I had.
I've been there.
And so when I pivot back and I became more educated and more mature and stopped looking at the negativity that happened to me,
There
I
you go.
started looking at the positive that I could have. I started buying real estate. I started writing books. You know, I started doing a whole lot of things differently because I didn't want to be back there again.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to make sure that I was secure in, you know, my finances, in my mental. And I'm gonna tell you, your mental will get messed up. Your psyche will
Yes.
get
You better
messed
say that.
up.
Yes.
Let
Come
it
on.
go.
You got to get your psyche right. If you don't get that right, you're just gonna go in a vicious circle. And that's what I
A downward spiral, actually.
Downward
downward,
spiral.
right?
Exactly.
And so I stopped dating. I stopped dating. I started paying more attention to how I'm going to grow, how I'm going to grow my finances, how I'm going to grow myself, how I'm going to have something for my children, how I could make sure that they don't go through what I went through. And so I just started doing things differently. I didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
People ask me when I tell people buy real estate, I don't have the money for it. I didn't have any money, guys. I didn't have any money.
There are ways you can do it without
But
a lot of
there
money.
were ways for me to do it, and I'm not. And I don't owe anybody anything on my
Mhm.
property. I don't owe anybody anything.
That's what's up.
But it was everything that I went through that helped me to learn. I started researching. I started paying attention. I started talking to people. I started talking to people who had real estate. I started talking to people who had books. I knew absolutely nothing about writing a book.
But see,
I
Gina,
got out there and I was like feeling my way through the dark.
Gina, that's important because you know, I would say everybody on here, the things that we've done, we didn't know what we was doing.
Hey.
No.
We stepped out there. That's that leap of faith. And Jeff, I want you to tell your journey, man, because I know, and you too, Marcel, I know you stepped out. You know, you just gave a piece of it where you said, well, hey, man, and it sort of seemed like you didn't know your self-worth.
Exactly. And not knowing the self-worth started off with me trying to find my purpose and my calling. So my whole story starts off when I was 14 years old. I went into my mom's bedroom. I told her I was called to preach. I'm a twin, by the way, everybody. So, you know, with being a twin, you always compared everything. My mama looked me dead in the face and said, no, that's not you. It's the other one. And I was like,
wow.
Oh, okay. So here it is. You know, in church, they always say, you know, when you announce something like that, people always get excited. They happy for you. You know what I mean? They going to celebrate you, all that stuff. But here I wasn't being celebrated. I was told no, you know. So picture this, y'all. Like I said, 14 years old. From the time I was 28, 29 years old, I had spent all that time in between trying to figure out where I fit in. So, like I said, up until 28, 29, that was when I stumbled upon life coaching. Now, all the stuff in between that time period, I had bad troubles with my mom. You know what I mean? My mom always thought I was like my dad. My grandmother sat me down when I was 20 years old and told me the truth about everything, about how my mama felt. And that was the switch that flipped off for me when I said, I can't no longer hold any more anger in my heart towards my mother, because I don't want to be like, I just turned 33 on Sunday. And my thing is, I said, I don't want to be in my late 20s and 30s angry and upset when I should be moving on at peace. So I got all that together. I was in a marriage. I got a divorce. And when I got that divorce, now I'm going to tell y'all something. When you're properly in alignment with the person that you're supposed to be with, that help me should want to push you into your purpose, not deter you away from your calling. You know, my ex-wife, love her to death, still love her. You know what I mean? Want the best for her. You know what I mean? And the thing is that since she was scared, she didn't want me to move out into what I was supposed to do. She projected her level of fear onto me when I wasn't scared of nothing. Still not scared of nothing at this point. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for the wishes, y'all. Appreciate it. And so after the divorce, I got introduced to coaching by my ex-girlfriend who thought we were competing at the time too. So the thing is, you look at things like it started off with denial. You know what I mean? And then
which is not a river.
Yeah, I know, right? Which is not a denial river. It started off with denial from my mother. You know what I mean? And then with being the denied calling and purpose, what happened was I went into a marriage where somebody put their fear onto me and held me back. And then I let that go. And then I sit up here. I thought I was with somebody who was also talking that same talk, but she wasn't walking the walk, talking about calling and purpose, and then thinking that it's competition. It wasn't until you rid all of those things out and then you push through. I stumbled upon coaching because she said she was going to take the course. But I said, you know what? God is really pulling me in this direction. I need to see what this life coaching is all about. Y'all, she set me the course. I did the first couple modules of that bad boy. I said, this is it. I got my certification. They said it should take about like a month or two to do. I did it in like 2 weeks and I was done with it. Got my certification. And then now it was just a progression, yo. Just a progression.
Some things are innately in you anyway. And you like 14, what your calling was, okay?
Yeah.
But you have to go through this journey to get to it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to do it, and you do it and you do it so well, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the thing. That's the thing. Many people don't know their calling. They're doing so many different things.
So many.
They cannot identify what it is.
Yes. Yep.
And a lot of times it's what's like the top thing on your mind, what you're constantly, thinking about and things of that nature. Gina, Jeff, two things for both of you. What I keep hearing, you had to go through a healing process to get to where you are now. Is it time for my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So for me, I've always been the type that took care of people from back as a child. I had a sister that was epileptic, and a lot of times when my mom worked midnights, I was there with my older sister, taking care of her, knowing how to deal with seizures. And all my life, that's something that I've done. There were certain things that I wanted to do, but because of taking care of family members, I always put myself on the back burner. I went back to college twice, didn't finish because I had ended up taking care of family members with life-threatening end-of-life illnesses. When my son was murdered, that took the life out of me. If I didn't have my 2 grandkids, and I don't talk about this, and probably my family don't really know about this, I probably would have committed suicide. I was suicidal. But I knew my grandchildren needed me.
Right.
It made me feel like a failure as a mother. For someone that has mental illness, there's nothing really you can do, as far as nothing that I did is nothing that he did to cause it. And I wanted to give up, but I had young grandchildren. So I didn't give up. I went into a deep depression. And I finally came out of it, through prayer, through faith in God. And I still help people, but that's where I get, I find peace and I find happiness. And there are different, like I told you, some of the things, mentoring youth. And I, for some reason, always say I don't like kids, but I always end up around kids all the time, and mentoring and coming, and young women come to me just asking me a lot of questions, and what can I do through my life. And I always tell them, love yourself first. You have to love yourself first. Surround yourself with supportive people. When you have toxic, negative people around you, get rid of them. It's okay to purge. It's okay. You need it for, like you said, for your mental health, your emotional health, even your physical health, because when you're not feeling your best and you're not feeling well, that causes stress on the rest of your body. I'm no longer in that space. anymore.
Mhm.
I know in more researching about mental health and knowing there was really nothing that much that I can do. I went through the protocol of what we're told. Trust the police. They're here to serve and protect. It's not all police. So I'm not saying anything against others. You have rogue people in every specialty. Um, I even got a chance to talk to someone higher up um, with police who refused to investigate my case. And in doing this mental health, trying to work with the mental health crisis teams, I was I was told he was going to be there when we were going to Indianapolis, before we went to Indianapolis. And I was like, I got issues with this guy. I've not forgiven yet.
Mm.
Um, and the person said, well, I've heard this person has changed because this person, they said, experienced something similar, you know, dealing with mental health with a family member. Um, I listened to what this person said, and I felt that he was sincere in what he was saying, and that he was a changed person. And I was able to go up to him, introduce myself, and I was like, I know you don't know me, but you refuse to have the case of my son investigated, because that was when people were saying, police were saying I felt threatened. And I told him, I said, you're talking different from the way you were talking back then. And I told him, I forgive you. I know you didn't know I had issues, but I forgive you. And I truly believe you're a changed man. I love you. And I bless God for you that you have a change of heart.
And that's all you can do, though, basically.
And that's exactly what I did. And he hugged me, and he actually told me, oh my God, I thank you for telling me that. That meant so much, so much to me. And that also helped that I can get that forgiveness out. There are some things that I have on the burner. They were on the back burner. I'm putting them on the front burner, that I'm going to be doing soon. I'm not going to, say what it is, but there are some things that I'm doing now, that I'm excited about. I'm happy about, working with the mental health crisis team, trying to hopefully not just Gary, not just our county, state, but throughout the country, we can get that will help other families. So I'm going to push with that. And, I've been racking my brain. What can I do in honor of Josh? I didn't like I said to Gary City Council, I don't want my story to become other people's stories. And it's not just that, but there's some other things that are really positive and upbeat. Hopefully, that it can inspire other people as well.
That's what we want to do. Jenny, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to address Tanisha's question. She said, but what if you feel like you've gotten past your pain, but some things of your past triggers those old wounds? It's going to happen. I mean, you get past the pain, but there are going to be things that trigger
all the
those
time.
old wounds. You just have to know how to deal with them when they come back up. I think I don't have a lot of regrets. And I don't even think this is a regret. But my biggest thing was when my late husband was dying of cancer, and I had to make the decision of what direction to do. Keep him on, life support, take him to hospice. I didn't even want to be the one to make the decision, even though it was my decision to make. I called his sisters. I even called my boss and asked her to help me make this decision, because it's truly, truly, truly hard. And sometimes it comes up, and I say to myself, did I make the right decision? It's one thing like Marcy's situation where there's a third party that you can kind of say, well, you didn't do right. You didn't do right by me.
Yeah.
I didn't have a third party. All I had was me to blame.
Mm.
And so I had to get to a point, and like Marcy said, through prayer, through counseling, I had to get to a point where I wasn't blaming myself, because I didn't know if I made the right decision when it came time to make that decision.
Mm.
And you know what, with Gina, with me, what I was blaming myself on as far as my son is concerned, even though I was told that you have to, the protocol was to call the police to come with paramedics. It was, I always had, what if I didn't call the police? Would my son still be here? But my son needed help at this time. So it's like, and that's what we're doing with this mental health crisis team thing, so that you don't have to figure out, should I call the police? Are they gonna, shoot my loved one or whatever? It's like they'll have someone like, to call, someone to talk to,
Mhm.
and then somewhere where they'll be able to go. And that stuck with me for so long, feeling guilty of just even having to call. And I've actually had a couple of people, family members, and y'all know how I feel about you. I don't give a gosh darn, who blame me, that it's my fault that my son was murdered.
And I'm gonna tell you this real quick too. I mean, all of that aside, okay, because we want to keep on giving the positivity. We want to hear the stories
Okay.
and this. Give people the positivity, all right?
Mhm.
And Jeff, I'm gonna get to you in a second, man. But to what Gina and Marcy were talking about, basically, is self-love, man. Okay,
Mhm.
you gotta always remember the person that you will always be with the most is yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even when you're in the presence of everybody else, you're gonna be with yourself, okay? And when you wake up, who are you with? You're with you, all right? So understand and remember, how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a
That's
whole different thing. Go ahead, Jeff.
And I want to say this, the thing that the four of us all have in comment on here tonight, that I hope everybody really grasps and understands, is the fact that we went through things that push us to get us to this point, to where we can provide information to help other people.
Mhm.
Y'all feel what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, Greg is in entertainment. Greg has been teaching entertainment to people. He talks in schools. He does other things. But him being homeless pushed him to that point to want to succeed.
Mhm.
Gina went ahead and she went through her experience and everything. Like she said, what did she just say? She bought real estate from that. She changed her ways. She changed her way of thinking, her previous way of thinking, because she saw the spiral that she was going down. Marcella said, through the death of her son, this is why she was able to go downstate and help rally $1.5 million to help with crisis teams that should accompany the police to aid with people with mental illness. Like, come on, y'all. Like, it's a pattern here. And the thing is that I ain't gonna bring up myself, because I always feel that, listen, I know I have something to offer people, but when I listen to other people's stories, I'm gonna be real when I say this. When I listen to other people's stories, I know I ain't been through nothing traumatic. I know I ain't been through nothing. I've been through stuff that normal people go through. So then all I've had to do was just learn how to balance my emotions, right? I
Which
had
in
to
turn, Jeff, it makes you the person to talk to show the other people. Come on now.
This is true too, because this is what I show and I teach people. But I love to hear other people's stories, because what I have the ability to do when I teach is I take other people's stories, use the relationship that I have with them, and then help help people with deliverance and self-worth and self-love due to the interactions that I have had and conversations I've had with other people.
Absolutely.
Okay. Something that I lost that thought. Oh, what you said earlier, Greg, about you were bringing up kind of like a little bit about materialistic things and stuff like that. This is what success looks like. A lot of times when you ask people, what does success look like to you? Oh, big cars, big house, money, money, money. But you can't take those things to your grave. I know people that have money, money, money. They're miserable. There's no self-love, no self-respect. They have people like falling all over them, like yes men, yes women. But are you really happy? A lot of time, and yeah, money can get you happy, because you can pay your bills, pay off things. You don't have to worry about a debt collector calling you, things of that nature. But what is true success? It's love, self-respect, it's integrity, it's honesty, it's peace of mind. And that's what success is.
You know what? Check this out. So you get all of these songs, like you got the song called "More Money, More Problems," right?
Mm-hmm.
You wonder where these people get this from, okay? Where they get this from, because they are actually living this. You know
Right.
and I was saying something earlier to someone. My show reached a pinnacle. I was famous. I was in magazines. I'm getting platinum plaques. I'm getting awards from cities and this and that. I felt some kind of way. Why? Because my city wasn't doing that. They, they letting Joe Blow, who cleaned up, who swept up Jackson's Rib House Street. He getting an award. You got somebody else over there that ain't doing too much of nothing. They getting an award. They getting all the accolades, newspaper clips, and this and that. But I've been across the country. I got millions of viewers, but my hometown is not recognizing this, and I still see that today. But it made me feel some kind of way. My pops told me, "Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, because you have to know who you are."
Yep.
Right? Understand that you've done all of this. Don't worry about what they're saying back there. There's a whole landscape in front of you. Keep moving. Keep moving. To this moment, I am still not where I want to be. Okay, there's a lot more.
Yeah, facts.
There's a whole lot more. So I'm happy that I had that opportunity to have my father to be able to tell me some stuff, because he like me, he ain't got no filter. All right. I'm telling you, I'm out here. These are my people. I'm out here winning these, not winning these things. These are being given to me, okay, from the record labels, from everybody else giving it. Where's my city? How come I ain't got a key to the city? I don't worry about that, okay, because I got a key to my house.
Can't worry about it. Can't worry about it.
I got those, okay. So to my city, I love you. I love everybody that's achieving, things, doing this and that. I support you. You don't have to support me. I'm good, but I support you simply because I want to see everybody prosper. All right?
And that's a good point, bro, because the part I support you, and that's what we do here. We support.
That's it.
I just went and bought products from Huma.
There you go.
I just went and ordered some things from her small business, because she's out here hustling, trying to do her thing. I'm gonna support you. I'm telling you, you got to let that go and keep moving forward. One of the
remember, Gina, we were out there doing that one day. We met each other one day.
Oh my gosh!
And I think Gina spent more than that day.
Broke the bank.
And then I went somewhere else and spent some more money. Okay, why? Because we see a lot in individuals. And we want to help them, because we didn't get that help back when we were trying to do our thing. We want to do better for other people. So I'm sorry, Gina.
Facts.
But you know what? I think what we all probably deep down inside, we wanted. Somebody said it here. I think it was Ella. Change the narrative. We want. I'm trying so hard to bring people together, to work together, so that we can all come up together, and not one person is successful. You still down here struggling. This community that I'm building with authors, this is exactly what I want to do. Awesome. They have really, really impressed me in 2022. The way they have worked together and continue to work together even past November, when we had the award show. They are still networking. They are still helping each other. It feels so good to be able to do that, because some of these things you can't do alone. You can't do it by yourself.
You found something that's bigger than you, and much you found bigger. Something that people love and people have a common denominator with. And for what you're doing, it takes that village, yo. It takes that village.
Do you know how many times I have said, this is my last year doing this? Ever since year one, 2020, since 2020.
But what changes that? What changes that? Because you see that there's more to do, and there's other people out there that are trying to grasp on it and hold on to it. And what are you doing? You're trying to help them. Now, there's a lot of time, and Coach, I think we talked about this before. There's a lot of times, man, when we reach out, we try to tell people, it's like an old saying, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't drink, okay? You know, I'm just saying.
I understand the frustration. I understand.
We'll speak on that.
Hey, man, look here. The whole thing with this is, see, I'm gonna let y'all know what Life Coach Jeff been up to for a little bit. Can I segue into it real quick, Greg? Can I segue? Okay, here we go. Now listen, I've been out here getting a lot of knowledge, learning, investing in myself. I literally got off the phone with a group of people today that I run with, and I sat up here. I dropped some nuggets that I'm getting ready to drop now to y'all, and I changed the tide and changed the trajectory of how they're thinking. What I want to do real quick is for each and every one of y'all who have a skill. I need pen and paper. Each and every one of y'all who got a skill, a talent, or something that brings value to you. I want to share you with what I've learned and how you can make money from it.
Yep.
It ain't about the money, but it's about what Greg alluded to earlier, knowing your value and knowing your worth. Okay. So I want to share some things with you real quick. I'm gonna give you 3 steps. Okay. The first thing you have to do is you have to find a niche. Okay. And what I mean by find the niche is a lot of people, they spend too much time on trying to find the niche. The niche is simply what was stated earlier, like we talked about. When you try to find your purpose, it's what are you good at?
Your
Simply
passion.
your passion.
Your
What
passion.
are you freaking good at? I don't care if you can mow the damn lawn better than anybody in your city. Start a lawn care business. You know what I mean? I don't care if you shovel the snow better than little poo-poo or Ray across the street. Shovel the snow every winter. Get you a plow. Do something. And the key thing is when you find a niche, then you have to learn. Okay. Now, this is the part that nobody has a problem with when we actually get into it and we find the niche and we find the area that we study and we good in, because the learning is repetition. Okay. The learning is repetition. And when we continuously learn, what happens is we are sharpening the skill. Like, for instance, I use Gina as an example. Gina, to self-publish your books, what you have to do? You had to learn, and then you had to do, correct?
Yes.
You had to do. So this is the thing, people. You have to learn, and then when you learn, you have to do, okay? So same with me. I just didn't get good at life coaching. This is the first time that when I told Greg this, I really realized when I was good at this. Like, if y'all watched that episode that we put out yesterday and we did the replay, I watched it back and I was in awe of myself.
See,
because
you got to do that though.
Yeah, you got to do that because it's different. It's different when you're operating in the gift, but when you play it back and you look at how you're able to change somebody's life based on what God has put inside of you, it is a completely different feeling, people.
Say that.
I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to let y'all know. So when you got to find a niche, that's number one. And then you have to learn, sharpen the skill, repetitiveness, read books. If you want to learn how to speak, go to a speaking class, pay some money. It does not hurt to invest in yourself.
Please.
I sat up here, I invested in myself so many times. And coming out of this, I learned the process. And then when I started learning a process, a different way on how to make money, now I linked up with this other guy. And let me tell you, his name is Myron Golden. Now, listen, I'm going to tell y'all this. Y'all go to Myron Golden website right now. MYRON space GOLDEN. Okay. Go to his website right now, because this is just out there for everybody to get. It ain't just exclusive to Life Coach Jeff Relaford. Go out there and go to his website. He has a book and audio. The book is like $25. The audio is like another $30 or $40. Pay for both of them. If you really have a skill set or something you want, pay for both of them. Listen to me, okay? Because it's cheap. Now you can sit in a room and you can listen to anybody else, and when they sit through with the offer that you paid $20 to get into, they offer you $5,000. Now you can be a fool. I'm being real and honest when I say this. I'm being transparent. You could be a fool and you could pay $5,000 for that, or you could go ahead and pay under $100 and get you some game that's practical, and it's biblically based principles as well. So invest in yourself. And the last part of this, okay, is to teach.
Give back.
Hear me. Teach. You give back. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all probably not going to understand what I say, what I mean. Teach about this. It's giving back. And also, what it does is, what it allows you to do is, this is going to stem into the 1 minute thought. Marcy, I ain't going to worry about it. because this right here, because real talk,
this a 5-minute thought.
Yeah, because
y'all
real
better
talk,
listen.
But it's good.
Yeah, because this real talk right here is I want to help somebody, because when I learned this opened up my mind and expanded everything that I'm doing right now. I learned that I was on the right track, but then it just catapulted my way of thinking. Greg was telling me on Friday when we talked on the phone, he's like, bro, you like a dog that can't be caged. Once you get information, you just move. And then when he said that, I just realized, I'm like, damn, this Negro was right. I do. I get the information, I move. All right. So this is what I'm doing. I'm getting the information and I'm moving with y'all right now. So now you have to teach, okay? But when you teach people, hear me, okay? Please listen. When you teach, there are ways for you to teach your gifts and talents and make money. You put in the work not to work for somebody else, or not to keep working for yourself. I say, because you can work for you for the rest of your life. I don't think people really understand what that means. Right. When you work for you for the rest of your life, that means you're still trading in your own time for somebody else's effort so you can get money at the end of the deal. Okay?
Big corporations do.
Thank you. That's exactly what they do. So I'm trying to help y'all so y'all can see the bigger picture of what it is that's inside of you today, yo. Real talk. Thank you. From Cat. That's it. That's exactly what it is right there. Y'all get that book. Y'all see it. Look at it. It's audio that comes with it. It's freaking awesome. So you could go ahead and be a slave and work for yourself, or you can allow people to come seek you for the information that you have. Gina, you could do a class right now on how to self-publish books.
Yes, that's right.
You can do a class right now on how to self-publish books. Marcy, you can do a class right now on actually how to teach people how to usher in money and rally people together to go ahead and start a movement to now get to the government. So now you can have an idea and you can receive funding for certain projects and different initiatives. You can teach class on that. Greg, you already know this, brother. You can go ahead and teach classes on entertainment, how to get introduced to the business. And all I do is I just teach classes on this right here, how to make y'all and show y'all some money through the life that you live.
Yeah.
Through the purpose that God has given you already inside of you, that it's up to you to figure out and receive. Can somebody in the comments just say they taking notes?
Please.
I'm taking notes. Let me add on that, because you just
hey, we might be going over
so
today.
many nuggets. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think none of us in these 4 squares here haven't done what you said.
Yeah.
But the one thing that people have to realize, you can go read and you can buy books and you can go study and you can go talk to people. Action.
Say it.
Action. And guess what?
Right there.
Guess what? I took action when I opened up my daycare.
Yeah.
When I opened up my daycare, I was not getting a penny coming in. Everything was going out. The state was saying, do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm spinning. But I was invested in self.
Yep.
That's it.
I was invested in myself. My first child that I got in the daycare, I kept them for 3 weeks, free of charge, just to show what I had to offer. I kept them for free, 3 weeks, because I wanted that parent to see and go talk to other people and spread the word about my daycare. And guess what? They did. I had a waiting list. When it came to buying real estate, I see all these people saying, hey, pay for this course, $500, $5,000. I said, I've been telling y'all how to do this free of charge. Do something.
Yeah. Do something.
Do something.
You gotta put the action to it. You have to put the action to it. And we sit on this panel every day, and we let the guests do their thing. All right. And we see, because if you guys can see us, we're passionate about what we're talking about, okay? Because we don't get a chance to do this that often with you guys, all right? But we sit here and we let these guests that we have talk about their journeys, talk about where they come from, and talk about where they're at now. They have to go through something to get to something, all right? We've had a string of great guests lately, okay? That can really, you can benefit from listening to them and learning, all right? None of these people are arrogant about sharing their dream. Jeff is so freaking right. Okay, at the end of all of what Jeff said, you have to be able to share that knowledge once you learn it. And then, as Gina said, you gotta make sure that you use it. you gotta do this, man, because it's something out there for everybody. And I know, look, when I started all of my stuff, I was singing. You know what I'm saying? I was singing. I thought I was good. They told me, nope. I could have easily just said, you know, well, forget it then. I did not. I said, okay, I'm gonna take a different route. Now that different route got me homeless, but the thing is, I said, you know what? I gotta do it. I have to do this.
Look where it pivoted you to.
I have to do this. And as I did this, man, the best part of doing all of this, it wasn't the money, it wasn't the houses, it wasn't the cars. It's Tuesday, March the 14th at 7:49, 7 o'clock actually. Bam, 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 bam. These 4 people right here. Plus the others that have been on here. Right? This is for me, and I'm speaking about me. This is my happiness right here because I get to finally get with people that I know, number one, have the same mindset. Number two, have been through something to get to something. All right. If anybody was to ask me if I would wind up these 2 people, especially Jeff. If anybody was, I just pointed at Jeff down here, okay, like everybody can see. That this group of people, look, Marcella went to school with her, okay. Gina, I know how to do it now, Gina. I can do it. I can do this all day long, man. You know, I got it wrong. Gina, I'm sitting here. I'm home, and I walk into the post office for Mom to get some stamps, and we get to talking. Didn't know, okay. Jeff, I'm looking for somebody on here that can make some damn sense, okay? After I'm getting this person in here in the closet and this person over here talking about, you know, throwing beads around, and this other person over here talking about this and that, and I'm like, I need somebody genuine. I'm gonna try one more, and I got him. All right. At the I don't care what we've done. I don't care how much success that we've had with what we've done. The thing that everyone must remember, we can have these keys to this, we can have the keys to that financial wealth. And this is the thing we must remember, is that we don't do this alone. God guides our steps. God put this talent into us. That God has put the mindset for us to do better. God has told us this is what we have to do because I gave you this gift. I gave you this gift. And with Jeff, I tell this guy every time I talk to him, you don't even know, even though he just acknowledged that he does know, he still don't know how great he's going to be. Ron Reed, don't know how great you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? Armand, you don't know how great you're going to be. Quit blocking these blessings. Because God gives them to us. Who are we to block God's blessings? Okay. God, I ain't ready.
And that's where we mess up. That's where we mess up.
That's where you mess up. You ain't no Power Ranger. You can't block God. Let him do his thing.
Come on.
Let him put his work in. All right. I don't want to talk this through. Okay. We getting ready to get out of here. We gotta go. Okay. Well, we don't have to. We can really do what we want to do, but we want to stay consistent, which is another key. We got to do this again, okay? Because we get excited. We got some stories, and we got long-winded. We all got long-winded, okay?
What? It wasn't just me today.
It wasn't just me today. Matter of fact, we didn't even know you was gonna be here. But so we
whatever.
We have a lot of, and I must say this too. We can only speak on what we know. We're not saying that everything, except for like Jeff, we're not saying that we have the keys to make your life a success. These keys that we've given today and in future shows and in past shows are keys that worked for us.
But I can tell you, they are the foundation.
They're the foundation.
They are the foundation. And if you listen to the guests that you, like you said, the guests that we've had that talked about where they came from and where they are now, they keep telling the same thing when we tell them the
same story.
It just sounds
what do
different.
they say?
You know what I mean?
What do they say? What do they say, Coach?
What you mean?
They always say
it.
Be consistent.
Be consistent.
That's it.
Be consistent and choose that one thing to be good at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aaron Torrey, I love you, man. Gary Indiana Black Film Fest. Keep that up, okay? Like Coach Jeff, let's start, man. Let's get up out of here.
I got one more nugget to drop.
After
everything that I said about the niche, the learning and the teaching, how you're actually going to teach it and what you're going to use it for, you have to actually select a platform. So guess what? I'm going to throw a nugget out here. StreamYard. We're on it now. If you pay just $50 a month, you can fill 250 seats. 250 times what, people? 250 times what is what? $12,500. If you do a webinar of what you taught and you fill 250 seats, you can make $12,500, just one person. All right, Marcellus, on to you.
All right. We've just talked about persevering.
Wait a minute, Marcella. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Did he do that?
I gotta do something.
Yes. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
One more thing. My son just texted me. I wasn't even looking for him. What did he say? Man, y'all got to see this. This is why I do what I do. Okay, real quick. I'm sorry, Marcella.
Go ahead.
This is what this is today.
Beautiful.
I get that. Okay?
It's beautiful.
I get that every day. This is what my son does for me. Go ahead, Marcella.
Just like we said, dream big, keep going. If you stumble, get back up. Don't surround yourself with negative people. And there was something I saw on Facebook. I posted on my page this past week. Don't take don't take criticism from someone you won't take advice from.
Okay.
I like that.
Gina?
I just want to share what I'm working on right now because I haven't even told you guys. I am so excited about this. I am ghostwriting a book for someone.
Okay.
And I don't generally do that. I get a lot of people that ask me to ghostwrite a book or help them write a play or things like that. I always give them one thing to do before I step out there and do anything. I give them that one thing. If they don't come back with that one thing, I'm not doing your work for you. This individual, I gave her one thing to do. She gave me 10. And I am so excited to help her. This is going to be the first that I've ghost written a book, but this book is going to be so awesome. I'm feeling very passionate about it. If I didn't feel passionate, I wouldn't do it. But you guys stay tuned. This is going to be so awesome.
Man, stay tuned for a lot of stuff going on. You know, Jeff got some things going on. Gina got some stuff.
Man.
I got some stuff. Marcella got some stuff. I mean, I think we all got some stuff coming together outside of just Dope Living TV, okay? But you know what? If I had an opportunity, man, you know, there's a lot of people who have made an impact in my life. A lot of people that, you know, the haters, I appreciate all of you guys because you guys pushed me. You guys pushed me to say, well, okay, you know what? That's not me, all right? And let me show you who I can be. Like I said, Karen Toring, she gave me an opportunity to do something, and it was so huge. I love you, Karen. Thank you so much. Angie, thank you for always being there and making sure that I am the guy that I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, the arrogance and all of that stuff. Thank you. To Keisha, you know, I love working with you. You are such a fantastic person. I could go on and on. Brandon B. Balance, man, you know, we don't talk that much, brother, but you're a talent. You're so talented, okay? Keep doing what you're doing, man, and make sure that you keep the people in mind, okay? Yes, Gina, we got plenty. We're going to go over. I wanted to, you know, who else? I just want to say a couple of people in particular, okay? My brother Melvin, all right? Hey, man, look, I love you. That's all I can tell you. I love you. You are my brother, all right? And I always love you. My son, Jordan, man, you already know. I don't even have to say that, okay? I could put pictures up here all day long and we'd be here till 10:30, 13 o'clock, okay? But Byron's Patton, he's been here, man. He's made us laugh. He's given us some insight as well, all right? Katina Fields. Katina, you know how I feel about you, okay? Hurry up and bring J. Anthony Brown. We got some big plans on that one, all right? Bring him on, okay? Tyrese is coming. Queen G, thank you for everything that you've done for us, okay?
We love you. We love you, Queen G.
Do your thing, okay? Y'all keep putting these names up here. Let's talk.
Man, we're going to be all night with this.
Man.
We're going to be all night.
Lisa Coral, she's been there, okay? Brenda Lampkin, Ella Taylor, Linda Curtis. Man, who am I? I can never, you know, people that are doing their thing, man, check.
Every show I go, it's the beat on my feet, high top or low.
I think we need to get a sponsorship for Adidas.
Bella Bonita, Lisa Bennett, and Rashida. Where we at? Jocelyn, Ludine, Man, look, the names are gonna keep going while Gina is Danietta Jenkins. What's up, baby? Man,
She
Gina,
said
go ahead
me.
talk about your thing while we get some more names.
Yes.
Throw some names out there too, bro.
Man,
I
like
will.
I
I
said,
got
we'll be
Cross.
another hour with this name
Man,
dropping
let's
now.
go.
I want to take a moment to remind everybody about the Distinguished Authors Guild raffle. If you don't know what
Chris Mills
represent, Distinguished Authors Guild is a platform that honors African American authors. Get your books out there. If you think you got an award-winning book, the criteria, it has to be 350 pages or less. No error. Have you ever picked up an award-winning book with errors in it? No errors.
Mike
And
Tyson.
it has to hold the audience attention. If you feel like you have a book like that, submit your registration. In the meantime, we are having a raffle to earn money for the scholarships, because since 2020 we have given scholarships to college freshmen in the literary award field, right? So you can purchase a number 1 through 25. The tickets are $25. Pick a number from 1 through 25. Go to Cash App $ capital DAG lowercase XX20 and purchase your number. What we have to raffle, man, we got some good stuff. If you don't have a up-to-date photo, here you go. Quantum Imaging. She is marvelous. Go to her page. Follow her page, you guys. Look at the work she's done. She even does portraits for corporations. She ain't no joke. This is a $150 value. If you are a business owner and you don't have a professional photograph, get you a professional photograph. Stop dropping them selfies. You are professional, okay?
Come on.
There you go.
Let them know.
Next thing we have, 4 tickets, you guys, to Imitation of Life. I know people have heard of this. This play is, yes, 4 tickets. Imitation of Life, a $200 value. You could take your girl or your guy and they girl and they guy, or all your girls or all your guys. Hey, 4 tickets, you guys. Man, I got my tickets already. So that's another thing you can win. The other thing, fix up them raggedy seats.
Ass.
You can hide those holes in the seats and all that dinginess. Get these leather seats, you guys. $119 value.
Will they work through your heated? Will they work through your heated seats already?
Yes, they will.
Right.
Yeah. And the last thing,
that's new booty meat.
You can never have too many bath towels. A $35 value. Beautiful navy blue. They'll go with any decor. Either way, it's a win-win situation.
Yes.
You are spending $25 for your chance to win something well over $25.
Yeah.
Hey,
yes.
Congratulations to our last winners, Brandy McCord, Tree. She got hers, and Amy Williams. They were our winners from our last raffle. Hey, get in. Cash App, $ capital DAG lowercase XX20. Get your ticket.
Yeah, man. Look, Derek Hines. What's up, Derek Hines? The James Bond of life coach. Okay, we got our own. Jordan, dude, you know who you are. Okay, Montel Harden, the exercise guy. Man,
I'm telling you,
a lot of people. A lot of people out here.
Everybody. How about that? Just all of you.
Who you got?
Man, look, man, I'm gonna be honest. Like, y'all know I got my crew. I got Carl Weatherspoon, Jennifer Williams. I got my boy Neapolis, Matthew Santana. But I got, first and foremost, my wife above anything. So, you know, push them down. Elevate the wife. Yeah, wife before anything. She just pushes me so much, and she just so supportive on the journey, man. Because I'm busy. I'm always running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But she'd be like, "When you can spend some time with me?" I go, "I love you. I'm with you, baby. I got
that's your first ministry now."
And I know. So I be down. But but what I love about how me and my wife work it is that you know, she's not afraid to let me know You know what I mean?
That's
We
good.
actually have the conversation and we talk about it. As when I see something, I say something about it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have great communication. But first and foremost, my wife and just, you know, my grandfather. I want to say this. My grandfather is the main reason why I really got started on this journey of wanting to find my purpose. The old man been doing stuff for me ever since I was young. I'm tear up talking about this, but I need to get it out. It's just, you know, my grandmother passed away 3 years ago, and I wanted her to be alive to see me actually walk in my purpose. You know, we would talk about stuff like this, but it's just to say what
She see you.
yeah, I know, and it's just the fact that I just want to do something for the old man. You know what I mean? And I love my mom. I do. I love my mom. I will go ahead. I still want to do for her too. But the old man is just it's a different type of relationship we have. You know, we have a different relationship. So I want to hook him up. Malachi Moore too, my graphics guy. I talked to him last night. I was on Midnights. I talked to him last night, and I told the brother what was coming up, and I told him once anything happened, you were the first man who was going to get cut any type of check. Because Malachi has been with me since the beginning. This logo you see behind me, that's that man right there.
Okay.
So he's the one when people look at stuff, my business cards, flyers, anything that you see with my name on it, he's created it. So yeah, he's the big one with that. And shout out to Graphics United too.
I got to tell you, man. And
Hey, they did my logo.
Yeah, Graphics United is cool.
This guy, I tell him about what he's doing and his purpose. Okay, him and I love working with Jeff. Outside of this platform here, I love working with him, okay? Because I told this guy I told him one time, Jeff, just get your camera, take some pictures, bro. Got a whole studio now, okay? I said, Jeff, you ain't slow down, bro. You ain't gonna get all that. I said the one camera
with it, huh?
Yeah. Okay? I get the MacBook Air, he get the MacBook Pro. I'm like, you know, come on. You don't need I get Final Cut 10, he get Final Cut 2024. You know, I'm like, it's cool, okay? My thing is he knows what he needs to do, and he wants to be prepared just in case he has to do it himself.
Investing in himself.
He's already set and sets it up just like that. When we go in, we there to get it set up for. We talk to everybody later. All right.
This is true. The setup we have for any podcast that we have on the go, like we could be in there, and Greg, shoot 2 people, we can be done in 15, 20 minutes. And if it's me by myself, less than 30. But it's the fact that we could just set up and take down. So I want to tell anybody, if you have a traveling show, less is more, but you just want to make sure you have effective equipment.
Exactly. Make sure you have the right stuff, okay? And then you set it up right the first time, you're good. You know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. Gina's the same way, okay? Gina, when she goes out, okay, she, you know, first I thought, I ain't gonna lie, I thought she was crazy. She come in walking with a little dog, a little plush dog, and a couple of them. And then she started throwing up her books and this and that. But you see, it's the process. It's the process she goes through in order to be effective. And she's very effective, okay? If you guys aren't down with the Distinguished Authors Guild, all right, this lady took a platform to Vegas, y'all. All right? Las Vegas.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you
about stepping out. Ooh.
She stepped after this was after the pandemic, okay? Marcella, you know, that's Fire Marshal Bill right there, man. She out there. She out there doing her thing, but all seriousness, okay?
Saving lives.
I call her a humanitarian, okay? She's doing what she has to do in order to boost other people, to help other. I'm telling you guys, man, please believe in yourselves, know your worth, know who you are, and make that dream come true by creating the objective and then reaching the goal. All right.
Now we got to save some for the next show. We got to save some for the next
it's a lot.
Over here like Pookie, man. I'm scratching because I got so much. I got so much, but we're gonna take this show on the road too.
Okay.
All right, it's time to go, y'all. I'm sorry. Daniela says thank you for the word. So many people we want to thank, man. Periods. I'm not gonna go back into that, okay? But thank you guys for tuning in. We hope that we've done a portion of our mantra, which is to inspire, educate, and entertain. Okay. Again, you got 4 people here. We got 5 people. Mo, you know, shout out to Mo. He got a lot more. He would have had a lot to say tonight. All right.
Oh man.
Chris Mills would have had a lot to say. Zell Cross always.
Zell putting in work.
Been with this Dope Living organization, man, and I'm telling you, man, we are only as big as the people that we surround ourselves with. All right. And we surround ourselves with greatness every single day, but we let everybody else shine. We want you guys to shine. Having said that, man, look, stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff for you guys. A lot.
Don't forget, Zell and Joan has the 3 M's.
M3.
Marriage, what
Money and
and
motivation.
more.
Yeah.
Marriage, money, and more.
Yeah.
What is every Thursday? Every
Let's go.
Thursday. They
Let's
doing
go.
their thing. So
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, it is
support,
good.
support,
It's
support.
good.
That's right.
Support everybody, man. We support everybody. You know, let's go to when I'm in town. Let's go to Righteous Rib. Let's get man love.
Yes.
Gina, I hate you for that.
Yes.
That's okay. Because
Addicted,
here's the thing. I've been sick. I lost about 8-9 pounds. Okay, so now I can go back and gain it back at where Righteous Ribs.
All right, you hear that? Righteous Ribs, we're coming. We're coming.
Gina told me a new place. I ain't gonna say it yet, okay? Because
don't say it yet. We're
We'll
gonna
see
have
it
her
too.
on the show, and she'll
Yeah, have her
tell
on
you
the show.
where.
All right.
Okay.
She'll tell you.
And just because, look, here's one more thing, and I'm gonna go. I know it's 8 on that. You see us here on this platform. This platform goes actually literally all over the world. All right.
It does.
But goes all over the country. So never ever relegate yourselves to thinking that it's them local folks.
Say that.
We're not, look, just because you see us, we're not local.
Let
We
'em
go
know.
all over. All right. You better recognize that we're giving this freely of our time, you know, so that we can inspire you to do great things. We want to see you do great things. We want to interview you.
Yep.
Here,
Yes, we do.
holler at us, okay?
Right.
But understand, you're not just doing it for your little box, okay? This ain't just about the face box. We go all over the world.
Yeah.
And so, having said that, man, we want to thank you guys for always tuning in and supporting us, especially our faithful listeners. Takesha Howard, you're so great, okay? And she's like me. It's like, don't talk about me, but we're gonna talk about everybody. Right? Steph, you are amazing. Marcella, you are fantastic.
Thank you, brother.
Gina, you are another word that I can't even.
Awesome.
Okay, awesome.
Boom.
And I know who I am. All right, I'm Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. All right, we're gonna see you guys tomorrow with something. But I'm stalling because I ain't ready. Okay,
You ain't got the button.
I'm ready. The
Ain't
button's
find
ready.
the button.
The button's ready. It's time to go. We out.
Peace.
All right.